The ideal home carries a harmonious balance of comfort, quality, and cost, but these days it seems more and more that we have to sacrifice at least one of these when purchasing a home. However, today I'm here to show you a property that balances all three of these perfectly. Let's check it out. Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Paul Gutierrez, and if you didn't know that, it's likely this is one of your first times on this channel. So first and foremost, welcome. My goal on this channel is to bring you the most transparent real estate information so that you can invest in your future, whether it's your first home or one of many that you're adding onto the portfolio. I'm here to show you what the Sunshine State of Florida has to offer. Now, today, I'm super excited to bring you this opportunity from the wonderful city of Ocoee. If you're not familiar with Ocoee, let me give you a bit of a perspective. We're right here in Central Florida in Orange County. We're only 25 minutes away from downtown Orlando, 35 minutes away from Orlando's International Airport. So we're pretty much just in a suburb of the metropolitan city of Orlando. So right around the corner, pretty much, you're gonna have plenty of entertainment, great restaurants, fast food, grocery shops, everything that you can get in a big city, but you're tucked off in a bit of a suburb. To give you an even greater perspective, we're an hour and a half away from Tampa, so you're gonna be able to enjoy the Gulf. But you're also only an hour away from the East Coast, where you're gonna have New Smyrna Beach, Cocoa Beach, Daytona Beach. So you get all the great things of Florida very, very close by. Now today we're gonna be taking a look at this property. It is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom sitting on 2,787 square feet. And as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video, we have an excellent in-law unit. So let me tell you a little bit more about this particular property. It has a beautiful exterior. It's gonna have stacked stone on the bottom half. You're gonna have some great accent details, and this is all stuff that you can actually choose. So they're gonna have multiple elevations that this builder is providing. Now this is D.R. Horton. Their slogan is that they are America's builder, and there's plenty of reasons for that. They carry some of the highest craftsmanship that this nation offers. So we're gonna have a full block construction from floor to ceiling, which is a great thing for two reasons. One, peace of mind, and two, your insurance is gonna be very low, but we're gonna get into all those financial details at the end of this video. So make sure you stay until the end, and for now, let's take a look inside. Welcome home. Before you step in, I just want to share two quick things. First and foremost, I'm very excited to show you this home, but at the very end of this video, I'm going to give you all the financial information you need to get into a home just like this one. The second thing is hopping right into the tour. I wanted to point this out right here. This is called the Sky Bell. It's part of the smart technology package that comes with this home, as well as the keyless entry pad right here. So right from the start of this home, you're going to get a lot of high-tech details that are going to make life a whole lot easier for you and your family. Now, step on in. As soon as we step into this property, we're greeted by this beautiful foyer, and it gives you a bit of the elegance of this property right off the bat. We're gonna have tray ceilings, plenty of space here to put a dresser, just like you have here. And then right off the bat, we step into our first bedroom. This is a very comfortable bedroom. We're gonna switch over from tile into cozy carpet. This is gonna be roughly about 11 by 10 feet. You have a closet and two beautiful windows that are gonna let in a bunch of natural light. Then we step into the first full bathroom. And this is actually, as you can tell behind me, a Jack and Jill style bathroom. You have a double vanity here with a granite countertop. Over on this side, you're gonna have your tub and your toilet area. That's gonna have a door right here so that you can close off that space and both can use this area here. Then this leads us into the next bedroom. It's currently set up like an office space, but it's gonna be very similar, if not exactly like the other one, just mirrored. So 11 by 10 feet, you have your closet, and instead of a double window, you're gonna have one window right over on this side. And this leads us right back into this hallway that kind of connects the entirety of the home. Over on this side, we're actually gonna have the in-law wing of the home, but we'll get into that a little bit later. As we continue to step through, we're gonna get into our formal dining area. It's characterized by these pillars that are gonna surround it, but it keeps with the open concept. Here we have an 8-person table. However, you could make it an even bigger table, fit maybe 10 people, depending on how big your family is. This leads right into the living room of this property. Great space. We're gonna have windows all around, including these sliding glass doors that are gonna lead us into the backyard. But I love the concept, the way that this layout Again, this is a home that has an incredible design. So right behind the living room, we're gonna have our kitchen. Kitchen has great space, nice big granite countertop on the island. You have your sink built in. All of your appliances come included besides the refrigerator, which is not included. However, if you have a good realtor like myself and my team, we will absolutely negotiate that for you. Besides that, you have your microwave, you have your stove, you have your dishwasher. And over on this side, you're gonna have great space in the pantry. For a home like this, you're expected to have a big family in here. So you could expect to have a good pantry space to store all of your food. So they definitely ticked that box there. Now, besides this, great space. I love how if you were to have a party here or to entertain the way that I enjoy doing so, I've found that most parties end up being held in the kitchen. You can set up everything wherever you want to do it, but most people end up just hovering over to the kitchen where all the action is happening. And I think this layout allows you to be able to host people here, but not feel like super cramped into the kitchen since it is an open concept. You have your TV hung over there, and while you're here, you can still watch TV, you can have people on the other side, and it really just creates an open space, the way that the name states, being an open concept. Right next to it, we're gonna have our second dining area, or breakfast nook as some people call it. For here, they have it set with a table for 4. Again, this can be expanded for a little bit of a bigger table, but you're gonna have these beautiful windows that are gonna bring in natural light, but also allow you to just enjoy the nature that surrounds you in this area. One of the biggest things about Ocoee and this area of Orange County is that we're surrounded by beautiful, luscious trees, and there's plenty of nature all around. And you're gonna be able to take that in every morning or lunchtime or dinner time if you enjoy it here. And that's something that I absolutely love about this home. Now, right next to it, at the very back of the property, we're gonna have our master bedroom. Tons of space here. This is roughly about 15 by 12 feet wide. You're gonna have tray ceilings in here, 3 windows along the side that are gonna let in, again, all of that natural light. Still gonna have the cozy carpet, which is always nice to wake up to. Then you have, of course, your primary bathroom here. As soon as you step in, you're gonna find one of the things that is the biggest checkbox item for my girlfriend and I. That it has a tub. She absolutely loves taking baths, and it seems almost like a non-negotiable that the home has a bathtub. But what we found home shopping is that not all homes come with a tub in the master bedroom. They'll all have a walk-in shower, but no tub. However, in this home, you're gonna have the best of both worlds. You're gonna have a nice soaking tub on this side. You're gonna have your glass enclosed shower over here. You have your double vanity with a granite countertop, private water closet, and you have a walk-in closet with plenty of space, so there's no need to fight over it. Now, I wanna take you over to the in-law wing so that you can see the garage, the laundry room, and of course, that in-law suite. Let's check it out. So here we are stepping into the in-law wing of the home. So right to my left, we're gonna have a half bathroom. You're gonna have your toilet area and your sink. Right here to my right, we're gonna have the laundry area, which let me tell you is a bunch of space. But more than that, it is super conveniently located because it's gonna be shared between the main house and the in-law suite. So it's right in the middle for everybody to have easy access. Here to my left, we're gonna have this kind of mudroom area where you're gonna have this entry from the garage, which is right behind me. It's a 3-car garage, and there's something special I wanna show you in here. So as we step in, we're gonna have, of course, our 3 spaces for the garage. This is currently used as a sales center as well. So you're gonna see a lot of kind of signs and everything, but clear that from your mind. This would be your 1-car garage, a 2-car garage here. An excellent thing is that they will both come with your garage door opener. And what I really wanted to point out was this door right here. This is, yes, gonna lead us to the exterior, but also it's gonna give us an entry into the in-law unit right here. So whoever's living in this unit can have their own private entrance that comes around the side of the property. They can park in the garage and come straight in here, or they can go in through the main house. So we're gonna go ahead and step back through, close this door back up. And imagine this, you park your car, you're walking in, and you step up into kind of this mud room area. You can take your shoes off, leave them right here if they're dirty, hang up a coat, drop off your bag. And then we have an option to go into the main house or the in-law suite. Now let's step into the in-law. As soon as you step in, we're greeted into the kind of common or living area of this suite. One of the biggest things about this particular home is that most in-law suites aren't gonna have a living room area. They're just gonna be pretty much like a studio. However, here, it's more of like a 1-bedroom apartment of sorts. We're gonna have a kitchenette over here with the sink. Now, not every one of these units comes with a kitchenette. So if you didn't want the kitchenette, you can get it. And this is actually an upgrade, so it would cost you a little bit more. But if you do get it, it's gonna come with all the cabinetry, granite countertops. Again, refrigerator not included, but that's what you have a realtor for. And you have plenty of space. You have natural light coming in through the 2 windows, enough space to hang up a TV like they have here, your couch, and then right behind this area, we're gonna go into the actual bedroom here, and we're gonna switch into the carpet. We're gonna have our closet as soon as we step in right here to the right. And then over here, we're gonna have the bathroom. Now the bathroom, just like we've seen throughout the rest of the house, gonna have a vanity, granite countertops. Here, we're gonna have our standing shower, which is very important. If this is truly an in-law unit, then you would probably know that your in-laws are typically older, and as they continue to get older, sometimes they need better accessibility. So the fact that they didn't put a tub makes it easier so that they don't have to step in, but rather can step down just a bit into their shower. They kept in mind every detail here. Now, over here, we have the bedroom. This is roughly about 12 by 11 feet, and they have tray ceilings. So again, very elegant touches that they've kept throughout the design of the entirety of the property. This is definitely a comfortable space, can be used as an in-law unit. If you have maybe an older child that lives with you, but they want their own separate private space, this is a perfect layout for that. Or also, if you just wanted to rent it out and, you know, kind of leverage or hedge your mortgage payment, you can absolutely do so by either renting this long-term or even short-term as an Airbnb. You can turn this into a very nice themed 1-bedroom apartment. Take this door that's right here and just cover it with something like a green wall or a photo wall or something so that it doesn't quite seem like a door. And that way it's completely separate. It has its own private entrance and you are making some good money on the side. Now, I wanna take you back over into the main area, and I wanna take you out back to where we're gonna check out the covered lanai and also the backyard. Let's check it out. Alrighty, as soon as we step out, we're coming in from the living room, and one awesome thing is that this actually opens up to create even more of a kind of indoor-outdoor experience here. You can absolutely screen this area in. You have a light up above that is pre-wired to be a fan also if you wanted to do that. All around an excellent space. I can imagine myself with the family here on the weekend, grilling out, maybe turning this into like some sort of summer kitchen here and just having a good time. We're also gonna be on some pretty large lots in this neighborhood, and as we step into phase 2 of this community, we're actually gonna be getting onto bigger lots. Most of them are gonna be cul-de-sac kind of corner lots, and that is an excellent opportunity for everyone looking for a little bit more privacy. Either way, they're all gonna come with all this excellent space in the backyard where you're gonna be able to enjoy Florida and their nature and just enjoy what Ocoee has to offer, which is definitely a sense of peace and tranquility. Now, with this being said, let's hop into some of those details and see if this is the right investment for you and your family. Let's check it out. Hopping right into the meat and bones of this video. I know most of you are here because you want to know the numbers if you waited this far until the end. First and foremost, thank you for staying here, and I'm here to give you all the information that you need if you're looking to purchase a property like this. Let's quickly recap what we've seen here in today's video. We were seeing a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom property sitting on 2,787 square feet. Again, 1 bed and 1 bath of this was in that in-law unit, the bonus unit, the next gen unit. There's plenty of names, but I think it's most commonly referred to as an in-law unit. So you have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom on one side, and then you have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath with its own living room and kitchenette, as we saw. A beautiful property. Now, most of you, I'm sure, are wondering, how much does this property cost? I want to remind you that this property is very, very near to Orlando in the city of Ocoee. And with that, the purchase price on this property is $635,000. Ladies and gentlemen, you're pretty much getting 2 properties in one for $635,000, basically in the heart of Orlando, which I think is a very, very good price given the product. Now, You can find this product in other communities, in other cities. It may be actually more pricey, it may be less pricey. I know you can find them in certain communities like in Ocala and other cities down south, further south from Orlando as well, and north of Orlando as well. But in this city of Ocoee, you will find it for $635,000. Now let's hop into how those numbers, how that purchase price breaks down for someone who's looking to finance this property. So first things first, let's take a look at closing costs. Closing costs are attributed to any purchase and sale of a property in the state of Florida that's gonna have your title insurance, that's gonna have title costs, lien searches, property searches of all kinds, and just the cost of working with the title company will also be included in that. And for 3% of the purchase price, so that's gonna be $19,050 in closing costs. So we're gonna keep that number in mind as we move forward throughout these, the rest of these numbers. But one special thing about this community, this builder here, they're offering a $10,000 closing cost incentive. That means automatically right off the bat, if you finance with their lender, they will provide you $10,000 toward your closing costs. Now, take that with a grain of salt. If you were to purchase this property in cash, that would be your purchase price plus your closing costs. So we're looking at $635,000 that we saw up here, plus this $19,000. However, I personally believe that with the right realtor, myself and my team, or another great realtor, you will be able to still get this $10,000 incentive if you're purchasing cash. I truly do believe it. I've negotiated with D.R. Horton in the past, and we've been able to get it done. So with that said, I personally believe if you're looking to purchase this property in cash, you can still get that $10,000, which would put you at $644,050 to purchase this property in cash as an estimated number. Now let's hop into some actual financing with the bank. First and foremost, FHA is typically known as the lowest or one of the lower down payment programs. Federal Housing Administration allows you to put 3.5% down. However, this purchase price exceeds the loan amount that FHA will allow. Therefore, you would have to cover the rest in cash. So it wouldn't even be a 3.5% down payment. It would actually be closer to about 20% that you'd have to put down because of the loan limit. So we're just gonna go ahead and cross that out and just say it is not available. I do not recommend going FHA on this property. It does not make sense. However, VA, for the veterans, first and foremost, thank you for your service. In my previous videos, I didn't include the VA, and that was a big mistake I made, but I saw it in the comments, so I wanted to make sure I include it moving forward. With a VA loan, thank you once again to all the veterans, you'll be able to put 0% down. You don't need any money down to purchase with a VA loan, which is one of the most beautiful things. Now, you will still get the $10,000 closing cost contribution. So assuming you put no down payment down, you only have to come to the table with your closing costs. They give you $10,000. You would need $9,050 to close on this property. Another thing that people have brought to my attention is that you guys would love to see the actual monthly payment amount here. So you can, put these numbers into a mortgage calculator. I'm making these numbers based off of the interest rates that the builder told me that they are using, which in these cases, we're gonna go with a 5.5% interest rate. If you use the preferred lender, you'll get a 5.5 interest rate as of right now. So with that in mind, your monthly payment with a VA loan, 0% down, would be roughly about $5,062 per month. You're putting no money down, $9,000 to close, paying $5,000 per month. Now let's hop into these conventional. A good thing about conventional loans is that the loan limit is higher. Now, your rates are gonna be a little bit higher. I'll give you an example. This builder is offering a 4.99% interest rate for anybody purchasing FHA on applicable homes, and conventional is 5.5. So your interest rate is higher. However, you're able to purchase a home with a larger purchase price. And with conventional, there is a program that allows you to purchase with 3% down. Very little known fact. However, you do need, as kind of a bare minimum, at least a 680 credit score. Recommended you to be around 730, 740. It's also going to depend on various other factors like your debt to income ratio. But with over a 680 credit score and relatively average debt to income ratio, you can put 3% down on this home. That would be, just like we saw in the closing cost, $19,050 in your down payment, plus the $9,000 that you saw. That would give you your total cash to close. Now, what that looks like in a monthly payment is roughly about $4,938 per month. Once I get into insurance and taxes, that'll give you an idea of how I came up with these numbers, but $4,938 per month, that is your PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. This also includes private mortgage insurance as well, which we'll get into a little bit later. Now, you can also, with a conventional, more common, if you have under a 680 credit score, do 5% down. That would require $31,750 down payment. That would leave your monthly payment at about $4,750 per month. So with that extra 2% that you're putting down, you're gonna save almost about $200 per month. Now, next option is gonna be for a secondary home. If you were purchasing this as a secondary home, not your primary, I do wanna mention two quick things I forgot. 5% is for your primary residence. This is where you're gonna be living full time. 3%, not only does it have to be your primary residence, it has to be you have to be a first-time home buyer. Now, with 10% down, this can be your secondary home. You're only living there seasonally. Maybe you live up north and you want to come down here during the winter time. You can absolutely do that and purchase this as a secondary home. That would require a 10% down payment, and you would be about $63,500. Your monthly payment would be $4,440 estimated per month. With 20% down, you can purchase this as an investment. You do not have to occupy this property at all. Not one day do you have to live in this property. You can Airbnb one side, you Airbnb both sides. You can long-term rent one side, long-term rent both sides. However you want to do it, you do not have to occupy this property. So you would need 20% down to do that. A good thing about this loan is with 20% down, you no longer need private mortgage insurance. So that's actually going to save you a little bit of money. Your down payment in this situation would be $127,000, and that would put your monthly payment at about $3,817. So that saves you money per month because you're putting down a larger down payment, and in turn, you don't need private mortgage insurance. Let's hop into another style, another loan, a private loan, a hard money loan. Require you to put 20% down. This is going to be an instance in which you have no relationship with a hard money lender or a private lender. I don't recommend using this loan, but I just want to share it with you so you know it is an option. These loans are short-term loans, typically about 12-month or 1 year term, and then they at the end they have a balloon payment, which would be the rest. These are typically used for fix and flip projects, or if you have a not so good credit score but you need to secure a house, you can use this. Again, I don't recommend it, but I'm going to give you the example just in case. 20% down, same thing as our investment loan, $127,000. These private money lenders will charge you 3% of the loan, additional to your closing costs, 3% of the loan as a cost of doing business with them. So what that looks like is your loan amount would be your purchase price minus your down payment here, would put your loan amount at $508,000. Private or hard money loans, they will let you borrow money for rehab. Again, they're typically meant for fix and flip projects. So if you needed money to renovate a property or do something, you could include it in this situation. It's a brand new home, you won't need to. So $0 there. That puts your loan amount at $508,000. Like we said, they're gonna take 3% of this number. It's gonna be $15,240. That's going to be your points. That's just the charge of the loan. Additionally, you're still going to have closing costs. So that's $9,050 because they were giving you $10,000 as a builder incentive, and you could probably still negotiate that. Now, that with $127,000 down payment would put you estimated at about $151,290. And in this situation, it's not, I mean, it's very similar to, you could present it like a cash deal. So I'm sure you could get the 10,000. I'm assuming in these numbers you are getting the 10,000, but it's not 100% that I can say that you will get that. So you could add, if you wanted just to be safe, add 10,000. So 161,000 would be your cash to close. Again, I don't recommend this type of loan unless you absolutely need it, but usually there's plenty of other workarounds besides this. Additional cost in a home. First and foremost is going to be your taxes. In this area, it's approximately 1.2% of the price of the property. In this situation, you'd be looking at about $7,620 in taxes per year. That is before a homestead, which would allow you to take about $50,000 off the taxable value of the home. And then as far as insurance, based on homes that have been sold in this community, the same model, on average, it's about $2,600 a year, which breaks down to about $216 a month. So you have your principal, the full loan amount, your interest, which in this case we're calculating it to be 5.5% for the majority of these loans. And then your taxes, $7,620 per year, and your insurance would be $216 per month. Additionally, private mortgage insurance would be somewhere around $150 to maybe up to $250 per year in private mortgage insurance. So that kind of sums up there. I hope that makes sense. You see the monthly payments roughly, and then you can buy down your interest rate. There's so many options to change how these monthly payments look, but that's pretty much the basic gist of the numbers for a property just like this. I'm curious what you guys think. Do you like this style of home with the next generation or the in-law unit? Would you use it to house your family? Would you use part of it as an investment to kind of I guess, leverage your monthly payment? You could Airbnb one side of that and use that supplemental income to pay for a majority of your mortgage. As long as you're living in the property, you could do that 3% down option as a first-time home buyer, or that 5% down option as well, and rent out that part of the unit, long-term or short-term, however you want to do it. It's a great location, like we said, so it serves as a great rental for both options, whichever way you want it to go. I hope you guys were able to understand that. If you wanted more specific information on your particular situation, drop a comment below, send us a text, give me a call, an email. My team and I would be more than happy to assist you in answering any questions or helping you get into a home just like this. Now, these terms are subject to change depending on what phase they're in, how many of the homes are sold out. You know, depends on what stage in the community you decide to make a move on it. So I do want to give you that disclosure. The next thing I want to hop into is just a short message that I feel in my heart that I want to share with you guys, and it's a big part of this channel. It's a big part. Obviously, I want to show you guys homes. I want to show you guys how to invest in your future. I want to give you all the information about Florida real estate so that you can invest in your future, like I say in the beginning of the video. But another big thing in this is I want to be able to use this as a tool to spread the gospel, and I want to take a moment really quick to just break that down into the most basic form that I possibly can. I'm extremely blessed with the reception that my previous video had. It's something that I literally did not imagine at all, but given that I've gotten just the tiniest little platform to be able to spread the gospel, I feel like it is my duty to do so. If you haven't heard the gospel, it's very simple. The gospel is the good news that God was made into man through Jesus Christ. He came to earth, he lived the life that we are meant to live, and he died the death that we are meant to die on our behalf so that we don't have to. During this death, 3 days later, he rose from the dead. He resurrected, beating death. With his physical death, he conquered our spiritual death, our eternal death. And in that, in beating our eternal death, he offers us not only eternal salvation, but also the forgiveness of our sin. Every time that we do something wrong, we can be forgiven through the death of Jesus Christ. And I want to encourage you, if this is your first time ever hearing the gospel, I'm not even the best person to explain it to you. And I'm far from perfect, I'm far from sinless, but I want to encourage you, it is never too late to seek Jesus. Jesus is beautiful. The message of the gospel has something for everybody, no matter where you're at. And I don't want you to ever feel like you're too far or it's too late. Wherever you are, I promise you, Jesus will meet you exactly where you are. God will meet you exactly where you are. A lot of times we say that we need to convert to Christianity, and I don't think that's necessarily the right way to think of it. I think it's more of reverting. You are a child of God. You are a child that he's been waiting for to come back. If you're not with God, if you don't feel you've been saved or you've given your life to Jesus, that doesn't mean you're not a child. You just need to come back home, right? You don't need to do something crazy, just return. He sent his only son to allow you to come back, to be forgiven. It's never too late. If you are a Christian, if you are a blood-washed Christian, a newfound Christian, I want to encourage you to stay strong, to keep going, keep digging into that Bible, keep praying, stay prayed up, and and really just find courage. And also I want to encourage you to spread the gospel as well, so that we can save as many people as possible. I hope this video has given you all the information you need about this particular home. I'll continue to bring videos your way about all the investment and real estate opportunities in the state of Florida. And I hope also that this message is able to reach the right person wherever you are. Thank you guys for sticking around. I really genuinely appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys again soon in another video. Once again, my name is John Paul Gutierrez. Take care.